This is a review of the Thomas Nelson NKJV large print Thinline reference Bible in the Premier Collection with the Comfort print typeface, European paper, 3 satin ribbons, premium goatskin leather in brown premium goatskin. I think this is one of my favorite New King James settings out there as far as recently printed. Comes with a little notice about what all is included and how it is constructed. This one had some built-in nicks from the cow, not from the publisher, but you can tell that he had walked into some, either got bit, like there's like what looked like maybe teeth marks right here or something, which is kind of interesting. Or maybe it was a fence that it ran into. But I love the leather here. It's a thicker, not thicker, it's a tougher feeling leather. I've owned Zondervan's NIV Premier Collection in black goatskin when they first came out in like 2018 or 19. And that had a really hard, really soft feel, which was nice at first. It made you just want to like run your hand over it all the time, but it frayed really easily. And I would think that this tougher goatskin would last a little bit longer. This is your standard 9.5 or so. The page itself are 9, and then I would think that this way is probably 5.5, 6.25 or so. This way it's 6.5. Has the raised hubs, not any tooling going on, but raised hubs, which I like. I like this paper quite a bit, but I'll come back to that in just a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. That's just a fun little hymn that I wrote for me and for our church. It says goatskin leather right here. It's a synthetic liner, but it doesn't feel bad. It's fine. Holy Bible, NKJV. There's the copyright page. Printed in China, the NKJV typeface by Thomas Nelson from 2K Denmark. I like this typeface. It's not my favorite of the ones that they've put out recently, but I like it. It's got a classic feel to it. Has the art gilding that is like I wouldn't call that red, but it's like a lighter red, maybe a pinkish one. It's not super dark compared to some of the other ones I've had. But then you do have the red accents here. I like this typesetting because it has the cross references down at the bottom, but it doesn't have them in the middle. And I've liked some of the other references, cross-reference editions that have it in the middle. That's not a horrible thing to me, but I like how this one is typeset. It does have a pretty dark, bold feel to the text. And then it has the headings in that color as well. And one reason I like the New King James over the ESV as far as for reading is that it has, I think they call it dialogue indentation, where whenever the speaker switches, it has a new indent. And the ESV doesn't have that. The BSB does, the CSB does, the NIV does, but the ESV, RSV, of course KJV do not have that. And that once you get used to that, it's hard to go back to that. This is the only one that I'm aware of that has a black letter text. So yeah, there's the headings that are in different colors, but this has a black letter text. It's not red letter. It does have the gilt line right here. I forgot to mention that. There's the ISBN printed in the back. Of course, it's edge lines. 3 ribbons, which I think complement it nicely. Brown, dark red, and teal or light blue. I really like this Bible a lot. This is my favorite NKJV to look for. It does feel like a nice volume to have in hand. Of course, it can be a little floppy when you're holding it, and you can see it kind of flops open when you hold it. So it doesn't hold together super well, but that's just the nature of the large print thin lines. But this is a really nice Bible. If I were a New King James user, I would use this more often. But right now, I only use it for when I have a knack for reading something from the New King James that I grew up reading from the New King James. If you're looking for a New King James Bible and that has black letter, that's a premium edition, this is the edition to go for.